From the slowest downloads to the smoothest streams of cyberspace, welcome to the Kidawa Show. And here's your host, Arthur Kidawa.
Welcome everybody, welcome to another episode of the Kidawa Show. Today we have a wonderful guest from the ancient lands. Yes, the lands of Ireland. That's right. And if you're a fan of reality TV, you will find this guest especially pleasing. Please welcome to the show, JGTV VLOGS. Welcome everybody to the Kidawa Show. Today, from the land of the leprechauns, we have JGTV VLOGS here in the studio.
Hello everybody.
Hello it is. So, welcome JG. How would you like me to refer to you? Would you like me to refer to you as Jay or Jason?
Jay is fine.
Jay is fine, alright. Mr. Jay. Alright, when we started talking, you introduced me to another family that's very well known in Ireland for doing vlogs and family vlogs. Is that what your motivation was for the show?
Yeah, well, that's kind of how it all started. I watched many different vloggers, but then as soon as I seen the Saccone Jolies, which are an Irish couple and they lived in Cork, they kind of gave me the boost that I needed, you know, to say that they're Irish, they're doing it, why can't I do it, you know? So as soon as I seen they could do it, I knew I could do it. So yes, they would be the biggest reason behind me doing vlogs, without a doubt.
I see, okay. Who helped create your banner, your channel banner?
A friend of mine, Dominic Hewitt, he done all my graphic work for me. He done another logo for me, which is your YouTube brother logo. It's my gaming channel. Hasn't really took off yet. I'm more focused on the vlogs at the moment, but I'm hoping to get that up and going. And Dominic, I actually went to school with him. We worked together in school for years. We wouldn't have been that close, but then I seen that he had a graphic design page on Facebook, so I hit him up.
I see.
And believe it or not, he actually done absolutely everything free of charge. So.
Oh, what a wonderful guy. Yeah, and that's a great banner too. And it makes me think, that's a gaming channel, so during your vlogs, you can film yourself filming you in your gaming channel.
Yeah, that's it. That's the plan. So I've done it once or twice already, but I have a capture card, but my computer seems to be having a few issues with it, so eventually we'll get there.
Alright, so we're talking PC gaming here, right?
Not just PC gaming, absolutely everything. I have consoles ranging from PlayStation 4, Xbox One, 360, PlayStation 3, and then I have the old consoles as well, Super Nintendo, Sega Mega Drive, the whole lot.
Oh, beautiful. See, no competition here. They're all winners. They're all winners at his house. You most often film with the GoPro, is that right?
Yeah, GoPro Hero 3. It's actually not mine, it's my brother's. I originally bought a Sony RX Mark III, RX 100 Mark III, sorry, which cost me a lot of money, and I had planned on using that to vlog because the quality is amazing and it has a flip screen. So that was the idea, but then I started using my brother's GoPro, and it felt so comfortable and so easy to use that I couldn't stop.
There you go. Yeah, got to get me one of those too. Especially for filming out when you're on about, right?
Yeah, they're handy, you know. They're very shock resistant, and obviously you have the water mount case and stuff like that, so they're very handy to have, you know.
Yeah, and they're small, but their quality is pretty decent, isn't it? The colors and everything. Yeah,
very good now for such a small camera. Like, it's amazing, and I'm gonna upgrade to the Hero 4 soon, so I'm looking forward to see the difference in that quality, you know?
The dark version, right?
Yeah, black version, of course.
Right, black version. Alright, so I want to say congratulations on your subscribers. You are at over 500. He's at 528. Actually, could be a little bit more right now. And that's since you've been making videos for the last, since 2000... 13 since October, but you haven't really gotten really busy with them till more lately, right?
Yeah, that's true. I've tried to start to do vlogs early 2013. The original reason that kind of made me do it, the reason that kind of pushed me to do it was because my girlfriend at the time was going on holidays and she had never been without the kids since they were born. So I wanted to give her a peace of mind that we were all okay. So uploading the vlogs every day, she could watch them every day, and that's kind of what gave me the boost to do them. So that's kind of how it started. Obviously I wanted to do it beforehand, and Taconis Jolies gave me the confidence to do that. And then I actually went to the Google event. We had an Irish YouTubers Creators Day, and that just inspired me so much. Everyone that went on the day said that it was one of the best days of their life. The energy in the room, all the tips and tricks that were learned on that day was amazing. And I made a couple of friends as well. So that day really pushed me to do the vlogs much better. So
I see. It seems you guys have a lot of parades there, is that right?
No, not really, just on Patrick's Day. On Patrick's Day we have it's not just the big parade. Like basically in the city centre there's a huge parade where it'd be on local TV, it'd be well documented, there'd be thousands in there. But then all the local communities then would have they would have their own little parades too for people that couldn't make it into town and that, you know?
Right. Okay, but you actually did, they had a YouTube event there, so that's how you kind of got motivated.
Yeah, the YouTube event really done it for me, I have to say. Well, as I said, like, I've wanted to do YouTube a long time, and that event just kind of showed me that it's possible, you know? There was people on the stage that, like, Jack Septigoy, I don't know whether you're familiar with him, he's an Irish gamer. He was there.
Nice. How many subscribers does he have?
I think he's 3 million. He got a shout out off PewDiePie. Yeah.
Okay.
PewDiePie gave him a shout out, so I think that was his. Basically, they all gave a talk on how they progressed and how they got to where they are today and stuff like that. So it was interesting to hear, and being like it's just it's so easy, but at the same time there's a bit of luck in there as well, you know.
Yep. Sure. Yeah, a lot of things playing. I did enjoy your video where you talked about, it was called Being Yourself, and it was you talking kind of about why you do this and vlogging and that you enjoy it. And I think that's an important message to send people, because some people, family members, friends, or just other people on the internet, they will think that, you know, you filming yourself is just really being vain or just full of yourself. And you know, it's not that. It's actually, there's a passion behind it and connecting with the community.
Yeah, well, like, it's still today, it's very hard for me to vlog because the family are totally against it. A lot of my friends are against it, so it is hard when they're the people that are around me all the time. But the thing is, I'm not only looking to vlog for me. I don't really want to admit this, but I'm a big fan of shows such as The Kardashians and Teen Mom. I just love reality TV. And this might sound ridiculous, but from The Kardashians, I have learned so much. Just like how my family are. We argue a lot. And it could get physical sometimes, you know. That's it's not ideal, but all families are different. And that's kind of how we sorted out our arguments, and that was how we were kind of brought up and stuff. But now, after watching the likes of all these shows and seeing people just talk about their problems and just watch them going through changes in life and all, it just inspired me even more, you know?
Right. I mean, even to start doing these vlogs, there's a certain level of understanding and development to accept yourself and to be that transparent with people and showing your everyday private life. I mean, there's a certain level of understanding before you can do something like that.
Yeah, well, it's not easy, you know. A lot of people would call you a freak and would say, even me, when I started watching the Taconis Jolies, which is the biggest channel, when I was watching them at the start, I was like, what the hell is this EJ doing? Like, who would be interested in this? But then, when I turned it off and I seen that he uploaded daily. The next day I went on, I was like, I wonder what he's doing now. You know, so it was kind of an addiction.
Right.
Like, I wanted to see, even though it's nothing too exciting, it's just a normal guy living a normal life. I just had to see what he was doing the next day, and I just found that very entertaining. Just a normal guy living a normal life.
Yep. Yep. I even admit, I've seen a few vlogs on YouTube, but yours, not only because I was researching you for the show and all, but yours is just, it's interesting to watch. Of course, I'm going to stay subscribed, and I don't know, it's the reality you bring in, and it's the black and the white that you bring in. I'm definitely not going to watch a vlog that's all white, all happiness and just playing around, because that's not reality, and there's nothing to learn from it, there's nothing to feel from it, so that's what I enjoy about you.
Yeah, exactly. I've been told a lot by subscribers and people I know that's the main thing they love about the vlogs, is that most people vlog and it's all positive, and I'm not against that, you know. I watch a lot of vlogs that are surrounded by positivity, and they do make you feel good. Like, the biggest one would probably be Roman Atwood vlogs. I just love his vlogs. He's amazing. His slogan is like smile more, so his vlogs kind of have to be positive if you have that logo, you know. But I'm not against that. I just feel that if you're gonna share your life, share it properly, you know. Don't be a pretender. If you want to show people what you get up to on a daily basis, show them everything, you know.
Yep. And it's how much of your character and personality you put out there, and you tend to put out a lot, and you show as a decent person. You can, I mean, people can see how you interact with your girlfriend, friends, and your children, and you know, you're a really decent person. And like somebody said in your comments even, that you can become that vlogger, that single dad vlogger, you know, and you know, hopefully you won't stay single if you don't want to be, but that is a good point. It's that you are showing a certain perspective of life that is a little bit of a, you know, unspoken side, and that's what makes it really attractive to me, and you, actually, on YouTube.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned that me vlogs weren't growing as fast as I'd like them to. Reason being was, I thought, could have been because there wasn't a female figure, you know. I feel like the biggest part of my audience could be male. Not that there's a problem with that, but I felt like the reason there wasn't many females was because there wasn't a female in the vlog. But then when I got that comment, I did kind of realise that I should take advantage of this situation, you know, because I don't think there's any single fathers vlogging. So I actually came to thinking in my head, maybe I should name a single father vlogger, not as straightforward as that, but something around that, you know, so people kind of know as soon as they click that I'm a single dad with 2 kids, you know. But I've kind of edited my description of my channel to kind of highlight that a bit more, so I did take advantage of that comment.
It's true that a lot of the male public will be attracted to your videos too, but since the perspective of life that you show and with the children, I think a lot of women, it's fascinating for them to see that side as well, and there's a lot of single mothers out there, so I think it's 50-50. So, can I ask you, what do you do for a living, Jay?
YouTube full-time.
You do YouTube full-time?
Yeah. I recently quit my job to take on YouTube full-time.
Ooh, quite a risk, but that's awesome. That is awesome change. It's risky. How do you feel?
Well, being honest, I'm kind of feeling, I didn't think I'd feel the money side so soon, because I kind of put a bit of money aside for it, but a couple of things came up. I don't know whether you've seen the video where I was in court. I got banned from driving and I got a very hefty fine. So that came up, and then a few little other bits came up, so I'm kind of really fastly eating into the money that I put away, so I think I'm going to have to do something pretty quick. But the reason behind it was because a lot of YouTubers were getting so far ahead of me because they had more time, you know, and it is what I want to do. I'm happy doing it. I wasn't happy working, so because I was in a position to kind of put money aside and go for it, I said I'd go for it. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody. Like, if you're not in a kind of healthy enough position, I wouldn't go for it. But the position I was in, I felt that I kind of, I had an opportunity to go for it, so I did. You know, now it is scary because I don't know what's going to happen. But listen, it's better saying that I tried and failed than I never did and gave up. Also,
Exactly. No, definitely. Plus, it takes guts to get out of a job, and that's awesome, especially a hated job. Hey, more power to you, man. More power to you. Let me see. You have some videos that you go to a gym, and you have a pretty nice gym over there.
yeah, it's Coliseum Gym. I think it's only a year open. It has a couple of awards for being a good gym. I'm not sure what they are, but there's a couple of plaques on the wall and stuff. I've put on a lot of weight the last few years, and I wasn't always this big, and always had an athlete physique. So I'm kind of starting to really feel uncomfortable with my body. Now, I have been feeling uncomfortable with my body. I was just too lazy to do something about it, if I'm pretty honest with you. And I'm kind of at a stage now where I feel happy enough, and I'm actually enjoying my workouts now, whereas before I never did. So it's always a good thing. So hopefully I'll get somewhere with that.
Do you have a certain routine, like a bodybuilding routine or a cardio routine that you're working on, or you just kind of do whatever?
Well, I'm currently going with a friend of mine, Dean. He has a much better physique than I have. So I'm just kind of listening to everything he's telling me. I haven't started the eating process yet. I'm not eating healthy at the moment because every time I've tried to go to the gym and eat healthy, I've failed. I think I'm trying to take on too much at once. So at the moment, I'm just sticking with the gym. We'd have back days, we'd have chest days, we'd have arms and then legs and stuff like that. And that's kind of all I'm really doing. I'm just trying to build up a bit because I do. I play football every weekend on a Saturday and some Mondays. So I feel like that's enough cardio for the moment, because if I go in too hard, I know I'll just stop, and that's something I don't want to do.
Yeah, you could overtrain. So, and the tough thing is it is 50-50 working out with food. And even me, I tend to really kind of slack with the food more than with the working out sometimes. So
yeah, I love my food. I'm a very good cook, which doesn't help. I'm mad for chocolate. I'd eat 8 bars a day if you gave them to me, and I'm just a real sweet kind of guy, So it is very hard. It's a very bad habit, but a habit that I'm looking to knock on the head eventually.
Sure. Out of curiosity, I don't know how the currency is now compared to other countries in Ireland. How much does a gym membership run like that monthly?
Okay, so monthly, the gym that I'm in, they charge €40 a month.
Okay, €40. How many dollars would that be at this point? About half?
I think dollars now are roughly, they're near enough to the euros now. It's normally a bit more, so dollars you're probably looking at probably $51 maybe, if even.
Okay. All right, so actually it's not too cheap. Would you say Ireland is a expensive place or kind of normal?
It is. It's especially city centre. Like you could pay €6 for a pint in the city centre.
Wow.
So it is pretty expensive, but at the same time, the hourly rate and the money that the government is giving to people that don't work, it kind of levels itself out,
Oh, I see. Okay. Would you say that the government is pretty supportive there?
No, not at all. Well, they are and they aren't, They're trying to bring in these water charges, which is a huge deal for all the Irish, because we pay water charges in our car and road tax, as far as I know. So they're trying to double charge us for water, which people aren't really happy about. Now, I'm not really a politician type guy. I don't know much about it, but I know that's one thing.
Yeah. All right. You mentioned before, and basically Jay lives in the toughest part of Ireland. And I just have to say, being brought up in the toughest parts, you've turned out very decently. So I have to hand it to you.
Thanks very much. I don't see it as tough. I don't see it as a rough area at all, because I'm from here.
Right.
Growing up now, it would have been a bit harder. Every time you walk the shop, people would start fights with you. I remember my mum walked to the shop before and people tried to rob our bags and people used to pour bleach on your clothes and just silly things, you know. Anytime we had a bonfire around the area, all people from surrounded areas would come and take your fire as a kid and take your balls as a kid and silly things like that. But as you grow, people just kind of grow respect for you, you know.
Sure. What about drugs? Would drugs be a big issue there?
Huge. You wouldn't be able to walk the shop without seeing someone strung out on drugs or buying drugs. As I said, at the same time, like it's not that. I think people make it out to be a lot worse than what it is, or maybe it's just me being vulnerable and used to the whole situation, you know. I
see. Yeah. What kind of drugs are a big issue there?
Heroin, I'm assuming. This day and age, a lot of young kids seem to be doing drugs, as in cocaine, stuff like that. There's a lot, nearly, like if you go out to a nightclub, if people aren't doing drugs, you're kind of in shock, you know. But kind of my era, as in when I was that age, I don't think there was many people doing them. None of my friends do them anyway, so. A lot of people I know don't do them as well. You probably get the odd one, so it's kind of different, you know.
Right. Do you think it's gotten better in the last 10 years or 20 years?
No, it's definitely gotten worse. It's getting worse and worse as the days go on. Like, for someone 17 years of age taking drugs, for me, it's just disgusting, you know. It's not right. It's not. Yep. It's not terrible. Like, the parents should have much more. What's the word I'm looking for? The parents should be influenced their children much more. Like, if I was to find out any of my kids were even drinking at an age of 17, I wouldn't be happy about it, even though I probably have done it myself. Like, you learn from your mistakes and you try and bring that on to your kids, you know?
Definitely. All right, man. Well, sorry to put you on the spot here, but you are a decent guy. You are public with your life. What if there's some ladies interested in you? Will you say that you're single, or are you still sort of staying kind of true to your past relationship?
No, like I am 100% single. Like, me and Kelly have a real good relationship where we both know where each other stand, you know. Like, Kelly will always have my respect, and that's one thing that if we ever do move on, someone will always have to understand that she's the mother of my kids and we'll always be friends, we'll always get along, even though we mightn't, you know. I'm sure if I move on, there'll definitely be heated situations, and likewise, you know. Being honest, right now I'm not really focused on women, even though I love them so much. I'm just not focused on them right now. I have too much going on, and I think my free time is dedicated to my kids at the moment. I don't think I'd have time for a girlfriend, right? It's just not my priority at the moment, you know?
Yeah, understood.
But I am 100% single now.
Okay, there we
go. Just get that out.
Clear, very clear. I was going to say, your relationship with Kelly is very sweet. You guys have that respect is clear. I mean, you'll argue. I mean, obviously that's, you know, there's a reason why you're apart, but you still have this great relationship and you respect each other, and that's awesome to see. Especially in my part of the world where I'm at now, it's common that when people break up, they often hate each other. And I'd probably say that for most of the world. You know, they break up and it's hard to keep that respect and friendship, because usually I'd say people break up too late. The earlier breakup, the better, and the more you can keep that relationship and respect.
Yeah, we totally agree there. Yeah, it's the same here. Like, everyone that breaks up hates each other, but I think when you have kids, you just kind of have to take the higher ground and realise that something good came from the relationship, you know? Like, my kids mean the absolute world to me. Best thing that ever happened to me without a shadow of a doubt, so for that I'll always be grateful for. Sure. But yeah, like, we still do argue, we still do have our fights, but you just have to, I kind of remove myself from the situation all the time. I just remember that it's all about the kids, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Very good message. So let me ask you, how old are the kids? You have the little girl, Amelia, and you have a little boy, Tyler, who is a little bit older.
Yeah, Tyler's 4, Amelia just turned 3. Tyler's 5 in October. So
Okay.
It's crazy even thinking that. Like I can remember being in the hospital with the two of them. I can remember the clothes that we put on them. I can remember what I was wearing. Everything. It's amazing to think that they're so old. But Tyler, we're gonna get Tyler into football training now soon, and Amelia is looking to join ballet. So that's a whole new chapter for the vlogs, which I'm very excited for.
That'll be interesting. Definitely looking forward to seeing that live. Very cool. All right. Tell me, American media has its effect on the world, and I have to ask you, how common is singing in Ireland?
How common is singing?
Yeah. Do people just sing at random in the pub?
Oh yeah, without a doubt, you would get people singing in the pub. Like, you'd have to get drunk first, though. You know, they won't be singing without drinking. But no, everyone sings. You know, how often would they sing? Just, I wouldn't say it's any different than anywhere else. Once you get drunk, you're singing. You know.
All right. Well, this is that moment in the past in a video, and this is one of the first things I wanted to experience when talking to an Irish person, an Irish laddie in this show, was singing the song Drunken Sailor. What will you do with a drunken sailor? And we're going to try this out for you guys. We're going to try it out together, because I'm not going to push someone to do something unless I join them with it. Let's see what happens. So, I guess this is our moment.
This is it. Let's rock. I'll get the air guitar out, will I?
I'll try to find some good tune to play in the background to cover this. That is, if we can keep in the rhythm of it in the first place.
Okay, off you go.
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Put him in the longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat till he's sober, early in the morning.
Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Stick him in the scrubber with a house pipe on him, stick him in the scrubber with a house pipe on him, stick him in the scrubber with a house pipe on him early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter, put him in the bed with the captain's daughter, put him in the bed with the captain's daughter early in the morning.
Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. That's what you do with the drunken sailor, that's what you do with the drunken sailor, that's what you do with the drunken sailor early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
All right.
I swear we've done that before.
It definitely felt like that. It was so natural, the connection there. And tell me, if you don't drink in Ireland, are you considered weird? I'm continuing with my Irish accent here. It's comfortable.
Yeah, it is a bit weird if I'm honest. Everyone drinks. I wouldn't be a heavy drinker now, but if I'm going out with the lads, or if there's a family, like if there's a party in the family or so on like that, a special occasion, we all tend to drink. If you don't drink, it is a bit weird, yeah? Unless you're like working in the army or a heavy athlete or something like that, it's definitely considered weird, yeah?
Oh, I see. Yeah, similar in the part of my world, and part of the world where I'm at.
We're not all drunk all the time, put it that way.
Right. What's your favorite movie?
My favourite movie would have to be probably Braveheart. If not Braveheart, it would definitely be one of Denzel Washington's films, because every single one of his films are amazing. I don't think there's one film of his I don't like, and I hope everyone else agrees with me because he's just outstanding.
Excellent.
One of my favourite films of recent would be The Drop, Tom Hardy's new film. I really like Tom Hardy now. I've seen I think I've seen all his films actually. The Warrior, Batman, all that stuff. I think he's gonna be really big. But The Drop is my latest favourite film without a doubt.
The Drop.
Yeah.
Haven't heard of it. I'll check it out. Braveheart, I usually consider that my favorite or among them, since movies are so there's so much variety and they're so diverse, it's hard to say which one's your favorite. But at those style, it definitely is just the mix of things in that story. How do you think Mel Gibson did in it as an Australian acting a Scottish fellow?
Amazing. You wouldn't know. He done so well. It was. Did he win an Oscar for that?
I'm sure he won some things for it. I mean, he directed it, he acted within it, and I can't see anybody else acting it better than he did with the scream and everything.
It was amazing. I actually didn't know he was Australian until you said that either.
Oh, really? I guess that answers that.
American.
Excellent.
Learn something new every day.
Your video with the most views is Linda Listen, the Irish version. You got 3,183 views. How do you feel about that? And why do you think that one made it so big?
How do I feel about that? I wish I had that in every other video. Why it went so big was because the whole Linda Listen thing was really big. I actually didn't plan on all this to happen. Basically, my son went through this little phase of where he was going on a little rant, so basically having an argument with me, and I just thought it was very similar to the whole Linda Listen thing, so I named it that way. But now that I've grown up with YouTube, I know that they're the smart things to do. Whenever something happens, you need to jump on it straight away. Like when Madonna fell off the stage, for example, everyone that I'm subscribed to, all the smaller channels, nearly uploaded that video just to get more views and to get more followers and stuff, or they tried to put it in that video. Same with the dress. Remember the dress that was 2 colours? Everyone tried to put that in that video and stuff. So it's smart little things to do, but actually at that time, the time that actually worked for me, I didn't have planned on it to work at all. It was literally just, I thought it was similar to the thing.
That was nice. So that matched up. I'm usually delayed with such things. I'm delayed with holidays, like April Fool's Day's coming up. So like something like that. I should have something ready ahead of time, but I probably won't talk about it until it's 2 weeks, after it or something. So yeah, definitely as a YouTuber, plan ahead. And pay attention to the news and kind of trends. I dislike trends in general, but they're great for public shows like this. Just some kind of mentioning of them to take advantage of. And holidays, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
So if you're not blogging and playing with your children and playing games, what else can we find you doing?
I enjoy playing soccer. It's probably my favourite sport, so whether I'm playing on the Xbox or actually playing it in general, I love it. I play for my local side, Oldfield FC. So we play every Saturday, so I'm guaranteed a match every Saturday. And then sometimes during the week, then we'd have a kickabout just in a small Astros turf or whatever. And then in added time, I'd like to go out and play golf with my father. We don't really get to spend much time together, so friends of mine would ask me to go playing golf with them, but I feel like that's the only time I actually get to see me dad on them kind of basis, so I tend to do that a lot,
Right. How much does a game of golf there cost? If you're going to play for a day, how much would that cost about?
Well, it depends. We'd play pitch and putt sometimes. That could start from €5 to €10. Golf would normally cost, for a full round, you're talking maybe about 20 quid, 25 quid.
25, okay. Alright, that's not bad. Not bad, actually. And you probably have some excellent ranges over there, too.
Yeah, we do, actually. There's a lot of beautiful golf courses. We actually, me and my friends, went to a memorabilia day. It was for his boss that he works with. His father passed away, and they play around the golf in memory for him. It's Bray Golf Course. It's an amazing course. Absolutely amazing. Anyone watching this interview and likes golf, Google that course. It's an amazing course, I have to say.
Excellent. Tell me about your life a little bit growing up.
I had a pretty good upbringing. Like I wouldn't say I was raised bad or anything. It was pretty average upbringing. Me dad left when I was 10, I think, 8 or 10. After that, things kind of got a bit harder. But overall, like I wouldn't really have much to say about it. Like obviously, a few things happen. Like you get into the odd fight and things go wrong. But yeah, I had a pretty average upbringing now.
I remember you mentioning that your family was very open about that, and when he was leaving the children, usually these things are hidden, but it was kind of discussed in the family, and I found that really kind of neat and respectful how they went through that process.
Yeah, I didn't really fully understand it until I mentioned it to you. I kind of thought deeper into it then, and yeah, it was. Whether the whole decision was down to that, I am not 100% sure, but it definitely played a part. Yeah, so.
Right. Yeah, that's respectable. Let me see. How about your education life? How did that go? How was schooling for you?
What education? Very bad. I was never good in school. I'm not good with numbers. I'm not good at reading. I'm not good at writing. I can do it. I can do everyday stuff, but I wouldn't be a professional in any way possible. But basically, I left school when I was 16. We have stages. We have first year, second year, third year. Third year, you do your junior certificate. I don't know what the equivalent is to that in America. And then you do your leaving certificate. Your leaving certificate is your last day in school, and then you go to college. When I done third year, basically you have the option to skip fourth year. Fourth year is like a work experience year where you don't have to do it, but you can if you want. And because I was in probably, I think it was the second lowest or third lowest class in my year, we all got pushed straight into fifth year because they wanted us all to finish school quicker. And I actually wanted to do the work experience, and I wasn't allowed, so that's why I left.
Oh, I see. Unfortunately, yeah. Yep. So it wasn't your fault, it's the school system. Yeah. It wasn't arranged the right way.
I'd like to think that I would have stayed in school if I got to do it, because everyone, like a lot of my friends went up and done it and that, so that probably would have kept me in there longer. So I was disappointed. My mum went up to the school and had a chat, but they just convinced her that it was the right move, so I basically just had to take matters into my own hands and said no, I just better off leaving.
Well, now you're editing videos every day pretty much. I mean, you're still developing new skills and learning things every day doing this, so well, good on you.
That's the main reason I started YouTube. Since I left school, I have learned so much just from YouTube, whether it's how to fix cars or how to fix technology. Like I've broken many gadgets and computers that I repaired just from watching YouTube. So I have learned a lot. Like I haven't wasted my time. Since I was 16, I left school. I spent a lot of time gaming now, which I kind of regret. But a lot of time just figuring out stuff on YouTube, and I've learned a lot. I've learned how to edit me videos. I've learned how to photo edit. I've learned a lot, so I definitely don't regret it. I don't think I've missed out on something that is gonna damage what I want to do, which is obviously YouTube.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
If anything, it probably gave me a head start.
True. Yeah, good point. Tell me, we're going to go into a little bit of a British talk test I experienced before and created, and I want to hear it with your beautiful Irish accent and see how it works with my sort of American sound approach. Are you ready?
Let's rock.
All right, so I'm going to say a word and you repeat it after me in your regular everyday English.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, first word, vitamin.
Vitamin.
Vitamin, okay. Aluminum.
Aluminum.
Okay, pretty close, pretty similar, not pretty close, pretty similar.
Sorry, teacher.
Privacy. Privacy.
Privacy. It's very sad.
Privacy. It's very similar, eh? For you, for your Irish accent, it's not that. It's a bit more mellow. I wouldn't say it's that harsh or strong like some Irish accents can be. So I think a lot of your pronunciation is quite similar. It just has a little bit of that curve in the sound. Like an aluminum. You said, how did you say it?
Aluminum.
Aluminum. Just a little bit. Schedule.
Schedule.
Oh, that's
Schedule.
the same. You didn't say schedule.
No, we don't say that. Well, you probably would get some people saying it, but me personally, I don't say it.
How about potato?
Potato.
Oh yeah, that's that's your special one. How about tomato?
Tomato.
Tomato. Okay. So the way you say potato, is that your thing, or is that most people around you?
I think it's most people around me.
Really?
Yeah. Potatoes.
So fun. Say that again.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Awesome. All right. Well, Jay, I'd love to visit Ireland someday. I always wanted to. What do you think about that? What would be a good place to visit?
Depends really what you're looking to visit for. Like, if scenery, you kind of have to go to Dublin, just all the historic stuff in Dublin. But
okay.
If you just want a break, definitely the countryside. Like, it really is just all green everywhere. So yeah, if you're looking just for a break, we're probably, there's so many places like Wexford. Wexford is kind of, for all the Dublin people, when they're kind of travelling the country, most Dublin people go to Wexford. So Wexford would be a very popular place to go.
Wexford.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of whatever you're going for. Like, depends what the trip is all about. Like,
how big is St. Patrick's Day in Ireland?
It's pretty big. I don't think it's as big as what everyone else thinks it is. Like, people didn't understand that we had multiple parades. So basically, we have a city centre parade, which is the biggest. That's broadcasted on TV. Thousands of people go in for that. But also, we have local areas, as in, we'd have like Luke, and we'd have Clondalk, and we'd have, I don't know, Selbridge or whatever. And all these different towns would have separate little parades as well. So it is pretty big. Like, that's one day everyone gets drunk, and if you don't drink, you're definitely right.
Right. And what, you get 1 day off, 2 days off from school and work?
Geez, I don't know. I'm sure you just get 1 day off the day after,
okay.
So you can recover from your hangover, I think.
Sure. What if you don't wear green? How serious is that there?
It's not really serious, but it is. It's just, it is disappointing not to see someone wearing green. Like, a lot of people wouldn't.
Really?
But,
okay.
Yeah,
right.
It's just getting into it, you know. It's
so like an old grandma won't tackle you if you don't wear green that day, just randomly.
No, I hope not. Anyway, I might try. Actually, next year I'm not going to wear any green and see what happens. See how many grannies I get.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Like, keep it in like an undershirt or boxer, so when, after they do that, you can show them, hey, I am wearing. It's just not showing.
Yeah, I can do me Superman opening.
It's unfortunate because in honor of our conversation and chat, I wanted to wear some green, like a green tie for the show, but there's some magical thing in the studio that just won't allow me to wear something green in honor of you, so it's in my mind though. It's the thought that counts,
You
right?
should have wore orange.
Orange, that works too? I didn't know. Oh, I have a great orange shirt. Why? Why orange?
Green, white, and orange. They're the main.
Ah, all
Like,
right.
you have a white shirt on, so if you have orange tie, that's good enough. 100%.
Sure. Didn't Halloween? Doesn't Halloween stem from Ireland?
Mhm.
So, is trick or treating still pretty active there?
Yeah, every year.
Excellent.
Yeah, every year you get it. Oh,
I
I'm not
noticed-
sure what way they do it in the country because the houses are so far apart from each other.
Right.
Like you could probably travel 2 miles in parts of the country where before you'd reach another house. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what way they work, but in Dublin, yeah, every Halloween it's actually a good holiday over here. It's pretty cool.
Great, great. Yeah, that's something that saddened me a little bit in the States. Is it seemed like it started dying down. Just the trick or treating and things like that. And maybe it's just me growing up. I'm not sure, but that's what it felt like a little bit. So.
And I would say it's probably getting bigger over here, if I'm honest.
Oh yeah. Oh.
People seem to be making a lot more effort with decorating their homes, and a lot of people have Halloween parties where they just, rather than going trick or treating, they just invite family and friends over and they put apples into the basins and take them out with their teeth and win prizes and stuff like that. So it's
Right.
getting better. I have
Great.
to say, it's getting much better over here.
Excellent. You're going to have to do a great Halloween special for us in the coming year.
I'll see what I can do.
When you talk about the countryside and people living out there, is there a lot of farmland, or is it just people living out in the country and they just have a lot of acres of land around them, but it's not really farm, it's more just wild?
Oh, it's a mixture of both. There would be an awful lot of Irish farmers. Like, you don't really see much land go to waste. Whether it's just for feeding sheep or horse or whatever, you don't really see much wasteland.
I see. Okay. Great. All right. Finally, what's next for you and your channel?
Well, I did have plans. Basically, a friend of mine came over and he asked me what's my plans, and I just told him, and he said, Jay, you have to write this out. You have to kind of give yourself stages of how to do things and stuff. So I wrote a couple of things out. One of them was opening a shop, which I actually got around to doing last week, so I'm very happy about that. The shop is live and open, so that's one thing ticked off the box, and the rest is just continuing doing what I'm doing and just trying to keep the schedule, because I want to upload every night at 8 o'clock, but sometimes some days you can miss days that vlog, or you just don't have enough footage and you don't want to put up bad footage, so you don't bother putting any at all, which means that you have to, like today, I have to vlog today and upload today because I'm behind. So yeah, just constantly keeping it at 8 o'clock, just stay being consistent and just growing. That's I hope to get a few more collaborations as well, which is always big things for YouTube.
Sure.
So more collaborations and just consistency, really.
Yeah, consistency, definitely, and enjoying it. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the store. Where is your store? I'll link it down below. So let us know the website, and what are you using, and what company are you using, and what kind of products do you have?
It's basically called Spreadshirt. So it's actually an online site that anybody can use. It's so simple, it's ridiculous. I had planned on getting a local guy to print all the stuff, and then a friend of mine showed me this site and said it's easy. You don't have to do any work at all. They do everything for you. They do the shipping. They do the whole lot. So basically, you just design all your stuff, and they give you a separate web page, your own personal web page, and they send it out. You just say what commission you want on each product. Now, me personally, I've put €3 on each product. So, if there's a t-shirt or if there's a hat, whatever price is on the site is already put there. I just add €3 onto absolutely everything. So I'm not making much, but the reason I added €3 onto everything was so that out of that money, I'm going to buy products from the store and do giveaways. So I'm actually not going to make any profit from the store. My plan is just every cent I get from the store is to buy back in the store and then to give away. Because to me, it's all about marketing. And more people that have your shirt on, the more you're gonna get noticed. So that's
absolutely great strategy. Which website is it?
It's called Spreadshirt.com.
Okay, I was thinking of another website that I used like this before. It's called Cafe Press, and you can do things like that on as well. So, like you said, guys, sometimes people say that some of these products are a little bit costly. The website has a set amount of money that they offer these products at. So if you want to make any kind of profit, you have to hire. So like, say there's a shirt for $20. Now, that's all profit for the website if we sell it. If we want an income, we have to sell it for like $21, $22, $23. Then we make $1 or $2 from that. So it's not like he's setting the prices. The website does it. And like he said, even when he gets some money back, he uses that for giveaways, which is an excellent idea. So
all about giving back.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. So check out his store there and enjoy it. And let him know what you think. And if you have any ideas or comments or suggestions that you'd want to see, then let him know. All right. Now we're going to go into our 10 speed questions where you just answer as fast as you can. Well, you answer naturally by what hits your mind first. All right. Are you ready?
Born ready.
All right. What inspires you?
Haters.
Nice. Good. Getting
people that tell me I can't.
There you go. There you go. Excellent. What is your favorite word?
Yo.
Yo. Yo here means cheers. So every time people go out and drink here, they count 1, 2, 3, and then they say yo. And yeah, that's what it means here. So in America, it means hey.
Yo.
Here it means cheers. Let's see. What would you love to be?
I'd love to invent something. I'd love to be a part of a revolutionary device, tech-wise. I'd love to be a part, like, the iPhone changed everything. I don't know, something along them lines, something that can change the world. A device that can change the world. I'd love to be able to invent.
Okay.
Like that.
Excellent. Excellent.
Or be some part of it.
Sure. What grosses you out?
Spiders. My God, I'm terrified.
Spiders.
I hate them.
Spiders? Do you have big spiders there?
They're getting bigger. They're like the ground. They're like dogs these days.
Wow.
Yeah, I just hate spiders. They used to be so small, but I don't know. I haven't seen a small spider in years. They're at the ground so big, and if I see a spider in my room, I won't sleep in my room. I'm gone.
Wow. I wouldn't have expected that since, you guys have a seasonal country there. You get winter and all that. I wouldn't expect these huge demons walking around.
Yeah. Now, I might be exaggerating when I say huge compared to other countries, but they're huge to me.
Big enough. Let's see. What do you love to hear in the morning when you wake up, and what do you love to hear before you go to sleep?
I love you, Daddy, and I love you, Daddy.
Awesome. What scares you?
Something happening, me kids being hurt.
Okay.
And spiders.
Spiders around your kids, that's it? If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you love to experience living the most?
LA. It's me dream to live in LA.
LA, Los Angeles.
If Kelly said to me that she'd move over to LA with the 2 kids, we'd be gone. Without a doubt.
Awesome. All right. What excites you the most?
New technology coming out, such as a new Apple device, a new console, and stuff like that. Just technology, new technology coming out and innovating and stuff like that. It really gets me excited.
Sure. What makes you smile?
Me kids smiling.
Okay.
It might sound cheesy, but it's the truth. Like, I could be having the worst day in the world, and they could say something so simple, and it just brighten up your whole day. Yeah, me kids, but I genuinely can't even think of something else that makes me smile.
Wow. Yeah. What's your fan or follower most asked question?
That's a tough one. I don't get asked the same question that often, if I'm honest.
That means you're good at answering them.
Hughes Kelly maybe is probably the top of recent.
Sure, new viewers.
Yeah, Hughes Kelly I think is probably the most popular one.
What advice would you give for beginner vloggers?
Well, first of all, make sure it's what you want to do, because it does take over your whole life, you know. Try and surround yourself with people that are comfortable with being vlog. Vlog as much as your day as you can, because there's moments that you can miss that just can't be replaced. And just be yourself, you know. Don't be afraid to show your true person. Like there'd be still times that I edited out some bits in the vlogs that I feel uncomfortable showing, but I'm sure one day I will feel comfortable showing it. But yeah, just be yourself. If you're doing it, go in 100% and just be real.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. Do you have any other channels?
I have one other channel called Your YouTube Brother, so it's just your Cube Brother, and that's gonna be me gaming channel. I had planned on doing that a while back, but things just always keep coming in the way. At the moment, my computer doesn't seem powerful enough to capture for the capture card, so I'm struggling down that, but eventually.
We'll definitely link down here, and as you start that project, guys, subscribe and check it out. See if you enjoy the game channel, especially if you enjoy games and stuff like that. Check it out and subscribe. Give them some support. Give them some love. What message do you have for your followers, fans, and friends?
Well, for me followers, I try and tell them as often as I can that I am hugely grateful, because in fairness, without them, I know I would have stopped. And I don't have many. I know I don't have many. I'm proud of how many I have. But the people that do support me really support me, you know. Like, if I'm having a shitty day, they can sense that in the vlog, and they always comfort you with positive comments like, you're doing a great job. Because when you're constantly around negativity, you know, it's hard to... You do just want to give up. But then you come onto your computer and they just say that they love them so much, and you realise why you started doing it, and that there is people out there that actually enjoy your content. So if we could hug and say thanks to every single person that was subscribed to my channel, I would.
There you have it, guys. I want to say, since Kelly's gotten mentioned here, I say, Kelly, you know what? Be yourself. People mention, you know, you can feel more comfortable with vlogging. I say, you know what? If you're comfortable with it, do it. If not, don't. Just be happy. Be yourself. You're not judged. So just want to say that out. Shout out to you. And Jay, I'm going to stay subscribed to you. I'm enjoying your channel. I will keep watching your day-to-day life, because it's not my life, and it's pretty interesting, and I like the reality you put in it. I hope you guys check it out. And be sure you stay tuned. You stay tuned for his gaming channel. So here we go. Here's my mug. I'll say cheers to you, as they say here, yo. Nothing dangerous here, guys. And digital handshake. So guys, please stay tuned to his channel, check it out, enjoy, and you know, leave him a comment. Let him know what let him know what you think, and he'll be sure to respond. He's a great guy. Thanks for having me on your show. Thanks for doing this with me, and even though, you know, there's technical issues that sometimes get into these shows, he's been really awesome. He's been following up. So thanks, Jay, for everything.
No problem at all.
Goodbye, folks.
Subscribe and comment down below, and maybe you can be on our next show. Be sure to check out Arthur Kidawa's gameplays, monsters, and other work.
For this program as well, so anytime you want to be featured, just let me know. So if there's a great YouTuber that you want to see interviewed, and if you know some questions you want to ask them, let us know who it is and what questions you have. And again, if you're a YouTuber and you want some more viewers and more subscribers and more fans to meet you and find out about you, this is a great chance for you. It's a great opportunity. Oh, this is good.
I just straightened up my iPad, that's all.
Oh, I can see everything. I can see your beard strands. It just got sharper. And I move something and I forget that, and then later on I see that, and then, you know, when you're editing, you can't see things smooth. It's all choppy, so you don't really know if it's syncing until you render. So every interview I do, I render in like 360 faster, which like takes a couple hours. I watch it again. Well, I watch the first time, then I write down any notes, and then I have to edit it again, and then run the full big render at 1080.
Early in the morning. Stick him in the big. Shit, what am I trying to say here? What?
Shite.
Goddamn wrong numbers.
That's great, wrong number.